Force yourself to take action. A guide to overcoming resistance and unlocking your full potential. Introduction. The pain of inaction. Have you ever felt stuck? You set big goals, make detailed plans, but when it's time to act, you hesitate. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months, and soon, your dreams feel like distant illusions. The difference between success and regret isn't talent, luck, or intelligence. It's action. This audiobook is designed to break your mental barriers and force you into action, whether you feel like it or not. If you apply these principles, your life will never be the same again. Chapter 1. The Science of Resistance. Why we procrastinate. Ever found yourself staring at your to-do list, knowing exactly what needs to be done, yet still choosing to scroll through your phone or binge watch another episode? You're not alone. Procrastination isn't about being lazy, it's about survival. Your brain is hardwired to seek comfort and avoid discomfort. It sees any change, especially big, life-altering goals, as a potential threat. So, when you think about tackling a difficult task, your mind plays tricks on you. It whispers, "Not now. You're not ready. Maybe later." And just like that, you put it off, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. The answer lies in the way our brain is designed. Thousands of years ago, survival meant staying in familiar, safe environments. Taking risks, venturing into the unknown was dangerous. Even though we no longer face saber-toothed tigers, our brain still perceives challenges, uncertainty, and discomfort as threats. So it resists. This is why starting a new habit, chasing a big goal, or stepping out of your comfort zone feels so difficult. Your brain wants to keep you safe, even if that means keeping you stuck. Most people believe they need motivation before taking action. They wait for the right mood or a burst of inspiration. But here's the truth. Motivation doesn't create action. Action creates motivation. Think about a time when you didn't feel like working out, but once you started, you felt energized and kept going. That's because action triggers momentum. The hardest part is just getting started. Your mind takes just 5 seconds to talk you out of something. If you hesitate, it will find an excuse. That's where the 5-second rule comes in. Here's how it works. The moment you feel hesitation creeping in, start counting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Before your brain convinces you to delay, physically move, stand up, pick up the phone, start typing. The action interrupts your brain's automatic resistance and propels you forward. It sounds simple, but this small trick rewires your brain to break the habit of procrastination. Next time you catch yourself hesitating, whether it's sending an email, starting a workout, or tackling an important task, don't think. Just count down, 3, 2, 1, go, and move immediately. Your brain may resist at first, but the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Over time, you'll stop waiting for motivation and start creating it. Chapter 2. The Power of Self-Discipline. Building the Action Habit. Ever wonder why some people seem to get things done effortlessly while others struggle? The difference isn't talent, intelligence, or even motivation. It's self-discipline. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. But discipline? That's what keeps successful people moving forward even when they don't feel like it. The good news? Self-discipline isn't something you're born with. It's a skill, and like any skill, it can be trained. Think of willpower as a battery. Every decision you make drains a little bit of it. That's why by the end of the day, you're more likely to binge on junk food or skip the gym. You've exhausted your willpower. Highly disciplined people don't rely on willpower alone. Instead, they structure their environment to make good decisions easier. They keep distractions out of sight. No junk food in the house, no social media notifications. Plan ahead. Set out workout clothes the night before. Meal prep on Sundays. Automate routines. Wake up at the same time. Have a fixed work schedule. By reducing decision fatigue, they conserve willpower for what truly matters. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself to work hard every day. It's about setting up systems that make action automatic. For example, imagine waking up and brushing your teeth. It doesn't take willpower because it's a habit. What if taking action felt just as effortless? The secret? Fixed routines. Instead of deciding whether or not to work out, schedule it like an appointment. Instead of debating whether to write, block off time every morning. Once something becomes a habit, discipline is no longer needed. It just happens. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with discipline is that they try to do too much at once. They aim to write for an hour, work out for 90 minutes, or meditate for 30 minutes. And when they can't, they give up. A simple trick to overcome this? The 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. Reply to that email. Wash the dish instead of leaving it in the sink. Do 10 push-ups instead of skipping your workout entirely. This small habit creates momentum, and momentum leads to discipline. Identify one habit that holds you back. Maybe it's checking your phone first thing in the morning or procrastinating on important tasks. Replace it with a small, positive habit. Reading for 5 minutes, drinking a glass of water, or writing down your top 3 priorities. Discipline isn't about making one big change. It's about small, consistent actions that compound over time. Chapter 3. The Pain versus Pleasure Principle. Rewiring your mindset. Every decision you make is driven by 2 forces: the desire to avoid pain or the pursuit of pleasure. If you struggle to take action, it's because your mind associates more pain with acting than with staying the same. The key to overcoming this is to rewire how you perceive pain and pleasure. The pain of inaction. Most people focus only on the short-term discomfort of taking action while ignoring the long-term pain of inaction. This is why they procrastinate. To break this cycle, you need to consciously identify the consequences of staying the same. Ask yourself, if I don't take action, what will my life look like in 1 year? In 5 years? What opportunities will I miss by avoiding this task? How will this inaction affect my health, career, or relationships? Writing these answers down makes the cost of inaction real and immediate. The pleasure of taking action. Once you've acknowledged the pain of inaction, shift your focus to the benefits of following through. Your mind needs a strong reason to act. Consider, what positive changes will happen if I take action now? How will I feel once I complete this task? What long-term rewards will I gain from building this habit? The more clearly you define these benefits, the easier it becomes to move forward. Creating immediate consequences. Sometimes, long-term rewards or consequences aren't enough to drive action. You need immediate accountability. Here's how to create it. Use social pressure. Tell a friend about your goal and ask them to check in regularly. Put money on the line. Commit to donating to a cause you dislike if you fail to act. Set external deadlines. Make commitments that force you to complete tasks on time. When avoiding action has real consequences, your brain will naturally push you to move forward. Write down 3 specific negative consequences of not taking action and 3 clear benefits of acting today. Keep this list visible. The next time you hesitate, read it. This shift in mindset will make taking action the easier choice. Chapter 4. The Power of Momentum. Small wins lead to big success. Success is not about taking one giant leap. It's about consistently moving forward, one small step at a time. The biggest challenge is often getting started. Once you take action, momentum builds, and everything becomes easier. This is why high achievers focus on progress rather than perfection. The key is to make starting effortless so that action becomes automatic. To do this, lower the entry barrier. Instead of overwhelming yourself with a big goal, break it down into something so small that it feels easy. If you want to exercise, start with just 5 push-ups. If you need to write, commit to a single sentence. Small wins create psychological momentum, making the next step feel natural. One powerful method to maintain consistency is the 2-day rule. Never skip 2 days in a row when building a habit. Skipping once is a mistake. Skipping twice is the start of a new bad habit. By following this simple rule, you prevent setbacks from turning into complete failures. Tracking your progress is another essential step. When you measure your efforts, you stay accountable and motivated. Whether it's marking an X on a calendar, using an app, or writing in a journal, seeing visible progress reinforces your commitment. The more you track, the more likely you are to stay on course. Pick one small task you've been avoiding and complete it right now. Don't overthink, just take action. The smallest step forward is always better than standing still. Momentum starts with a single decision. Chapter 5. Become an action taker for life. Taking action isn't just about completing a task. It's about transforming the way you see yourself. The difference between people who achieve their goals and those who don't isn't talent or intelligence. It's the ability to take action consistently. To make lasting change, you need to adopt the identity of an action taker, someone who moves forward no matter the circumstances. Your actions are a reflection of your identity. If you see yourself as someone who hesitates, procrastinates, or overthinks, your behavior will align with that belief. But if you start telling yourself, "I am someone who takes action," your brain will work to prove it true. Shift your mindset from "I wish I could" to "This is who I am." The more you reinforce this belief, the easier it becomes to act without hesitation. Fear and doubt will never fully disappear. Even the most successful people feel uncertainty, but they don't let it stop them. Instead of waiting for fear to go away, accept it and move forward anyway. Growth happens when you take action despite discomfort. The more you face fear, the less control it has over you. Taking action is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. The first few steps might feel difficult, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Action builds confidence, and confidence fuels more action. Over time, hesitation fades, and movement becomes second nature. Identify one goal or task you've been avoiding. Don't wait for the perfect time. Take the first step right now. Even a small action can break the cycle of inaction. The moment you move, you change. Conclusion: your time is now. No more waiting. No more overthinking. No more telling yourself that one day you'll start. The life you want is on the other side of action. Every goal, every dream, and every transformation begins with a single step. You already know what you need to do. The only question is, will you do it? Excuses will always be there. Fear will always try to hold you back. But time won't wait. The clock is ticking, and every moment you delay is a moment you'll never get back. 5 years from now, will you look back with pride at the actions you took today? Or will you be stuck in the same place, filled with regret? The choice is yours. Final challenge: take action in the next 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's a small step or a big one. Just start. Break the cycle of hesitation. Do the thing you've been putting off. Your future self will look back at this moment and thank you for choosing action over excuses. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've been avoiding that you'll take action on today? Drop it in the comments below. I'll be reading every response. If this video helped you, hit the like button. It really supports the channel and helps more people take action in their own lives. Want more life-changing insights? Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video that pushes you forward. This is your time. Act now.